Okay, now let's have a look at the ads and ads group. So once you've created your campaign, you click on the campaign and you click on the ad groups tab over here. Now you notice that I skipped the creation of the ad group in part one, but we're just going to click on this plus sign over here to be able to start creating the ad groups. Now, there are two types of ad groups that are available, either a standard one or a dynamic one. Usually, when you're starting out, or if these are your first few campaigns, you would stick to the standard one, unless obviously specifically you have a dynamic campaign that you need to create. And the difference between a standard campaign and a dynamic campaign is with the dynamic campaigns, you are able to create text ads that are, so for example, text ads that use your website content to target relevant searches and generate headlines automatically. And the reason this is terrible for you is because, unless you've spent a lot of time fine-tuning your website, fine-tuning the titles and descriptions and everything on your website, this will end up creating terrible headlines. And it may get clicks, but usually it sort of creates lower performance or worse performance than having your standard text. So I'm going to go ahead and choose the standard option. Call this ad group 2. And I'm just going to go ahead and enter some keywords. Now, we'll go into the nitty-gritty of types of keywords, which is exact match, phrase match, or broad match a little bit later. But I'm just going to create an exact match keyword here, which is Zen Academy. I'm going to go click on Save and Continue. And now I have the option of creating the actual ad. So I get a lot of options here in terms of up to 15 headlines that I can create, and the way the headlines show is they as you can see on the right hand side on a desktop side, this is how they're going to show. I have the option of creating the description, so I can create up to 4 descriptions, and the way they will show is the way they show here. And finally, the add URL option with a tracking parameter, followed by some site link extensions that I can show. So we'll also go into the nitty-gritty of creating site link extension, all types of different extensions available towards the later part of the course. But let's go ahead and first give it a final URL. So let's say if I was creating a campaign simply for employers, so I'm going to go tell it this is the final URL. I am going to display that, display the employers as a part of my campaign setup. So that's what it's going to show. As you can see, that the final landing page changes, and then I'm going to go ahead and create the ads. So for example, based on the website and existing ads, you can say flexible training options, all right, on-demand training options, tailor-made training, in-house SEO training, and then Zen Academy. So I'm just going to choose some of these. As you can see, Zen Academy doesn't really fit there, so obviously it's gotten rid of that. But I'm just going to remove that. So flexible training options, in-house SEO training, and it's got these pipe in the middle to be able to show multiple options as to how it will look. So you can flick through those by clicking this button here to see how that combination is going to look. And as you can see, there's quite a few combinations that will end up creating and end up showing. So it's like you have these small snippets that you can write, small snippets about that specific page that you can write, and you can have up to 15 of those, which will be merged together in some ways using a pipe and shown on the ad itself. And then you have the description, which is digital marketing courses for employers, delivered at your office, in-house SEO training, digital marketing courses for or on-campus training, train your team on any core competency, which will then be used as the second line, followed by some other options. So that's pretty much how the ads can be created. We're just going to go ahead, click on Save and Continue here. So just to see how that sets up. So now you have a second ad group set up as a part of the campaign C1, which will have, and if you click through, which will have the search words, keywords, which I set up, which is Zen Academy. and would have the ads which I set up early on, which is the ad itself. So that's pretty much how you can create as many number of ad groups as you want. Click on the campaign, click on this button, and then go ahead and click on the ad groups at the top, and then go ahead and create a new ad groups for every type of ad groups that you want to create.